what you're offering. Phone's lighting up, I'm just gonna let it ring. Yeah, my phone's lighting up, I'm just gonna let it ring. Is it the liquor in my system? My desires are so real. Got me caught up in this rhythm. Draw me in, make it feel. Draw me in, make it feel. Draw me in, make it feel. Make me creeping
Good morning all. Yes, sir. Hope everyone is well. Hope everyone is good. Just fix one camera. All right. See, we're working. There we go. Happy today is Thursday. Let's get it. Thank you for all the notifications, computer. Now be quiet. So, let's see what we got going on. Thursday here. Last day before NFP. Tomorrow's NFP. Employment data, very important. Yo, Peter. And let's see what's happening. So, let's have a look at, and just for the guys in the exclusive note, this is not the other Peter. Before you guys are like, oh, it's Peter. There's a different Peter. So let's go see here Thursday, there we go. Unemployment claims, we have a little bit of numbers. They're expecting it to be the same. We'll see what that comes back as. They're putting this as an orange folder right now. Big one is tomorrow, NFP. If we see unemployment rate tick up, it's going to be bearish for stock market, bearish for gold as well. If employment is doing well, that means they don't need to... well, it's actually interesting because if unemployment is ticking up, there might be a need to decrease interest rates to help the labor market, but that's inversely going to cause inflation. So it's kind of like a double-edged sword. So you get like spikes. But generally, if employment market is doing better, then we can generally see more positivity, as that means that they can, it's about being a little bit more on the neutral side as well. But we'll discuss that tomorrow, obviously, since it'll be relevant. So if we come here on the daily time frame, yesterday's daily candle closed below the support here. Now, although this is the first time we did close below this support, we've been having this pattern on gold. Gold has not really been trending too well here. We've had where we close below the support, then we reject. Close below the support, reject for 2 days, then we come back down. So we're trying that rejection already. 4 hours creating supports. We have breaks of minor structure on 4 hour closes back above previous 4 hour ranges. So it's showing us the sign of what we've been seeing, right? Of price coming down, closing below the daily, but then the 4 hour snapping back, kind of like what happened here. So that's warranted some form of continuation, especially if we start to leave these highs and we start to break through these highs. Moving down onto the 1 hour time frame, we can see we've created fresh resistance here. It's a little bit above the 4 hour. Unfortunately, we're not as clean above here, but that's not going to be too much of an issue because we've pulled back already, which is kind of creating us that clean range. So we inspected on 30-minute, we can see here we have clean range on 30, 15-minute, we have some clean range once we start to get above this 15-minute resistance. So if we're getting above here, this is where some buys can come through, closing above here to get back towards these highs, watching the 4 hour and 1 hour on the way. Coming back to retest here, no problem, we can buy from the bottom of the range, and we want to ideally try to repeat this type of move here, from here to here. That's what we want to ideally repeat. So we'll see if we get a repetition of that. See if we can buy from the bottom of the range, send ourselves towards the top of the range, and then see what we can do with that. Now, if we're looking at DAX here, on the other hand, we can see daily time frame here on DAX did close very strong bearish yesterday. 4 hour time frames giving us some sort of potential bounce. We did close back above this previous 4 hour support. We can clone this and bring that there just so we know where it is. Daily support lurks ahead, so is that 4 hour support. That's kind of where your buys are going to mainly want to come above here, and then also your sells below there actually start to make sense. See how that matches on 30. Not really too clean for the sells, but more cleaner for the buys, to be honest. So let's see how we want to form around the open, if we are going to simply just send it from here to daily support, or we're going to squeeze above daily support to take buys back up. Another way we could look for buys is also buying back off the 4 hour support with confirmations from there. So if we see confirmations from there, we can buy back from the 4 hour support. We'll see that closer towards London Open and tackle that accordingly. Moving on to NASDAQ here, final pair of the day. First time in a long time, guys, we have a daily candle closing bearish. We're talking about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 days. 10 days, basically 2 weeks almost of pure upside every single daily candle. This is the first daily candle that's decided to close bearish, engulfing candle as is, which is giving us signs of a bit of slowdown here. Probably ahead of NFP. NFP is forecasting a little bit lower employment change here, meaning that these companies, bigger companies, slowing down. We also have a big event coming, which is obviously the IPO of SpaceX, which is going to be listed on NASDAQ. We're looking at NASDAQ right here. So if we were to look at something like US 30 here, it is bearish, but it's not, it's been still trending. We haven't had the same push we've had as NASDAQ, which is just pure daily bullish. US 30 has kind of been like higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, pull back, not just straight up like NASDAQ, right? NASDAQ's been straight up, and we've seen that literally since this dump back here. And this is, you know, mainly due to, you know, pressure we can see coming in. And yeah, I mean, it's a mega trend, which is very, very nice to trade, definitely. So if we're looking at 4-hour time frames here, we are trying to create supports. Just because we have a daily engulfing doesn't mean we're going to dump all the way down, but it's kind of showing us a bit of slowdown. So it kind of indicating that maybe unless, you know, we get some news to support it, we're not really going to see all-time highs immediately. Yes, we can go and retest the highs, but otherwise we could stay in this range. The nice thing is not a tiny range here. We're looking like a 243 pip range. It's not too bad here. 4 hours closing doji, so I consider mixed bias. 1 hour time frame here. Let's move this, just check this 15. Yeah, so buys above that 15 could be quite simple, to be honest, just to play a little bit of a bounce. Just gonna double check this on futures. Let's have a look. Let's have a look on futures. See what we're working with. So daily time frame, okay. 4 hour, okay. Have a little bit of a 4 hour above. To watch that. It's basically this. Yeah, so same type of buys. This is a nice liquidity grab here. I've just seen this on futures where we come down, we make a high, we come liquidity grab, prove to us we don't want to continue down. The sells are not out the question though. We are coming from highs. If we do want to continue down, we can. It's not completely out the question here. But the sells would have to be breaking structure for sure. We need to get below here if we're going to sell. So kind of almost a buy above, sell below type situation, which we don't always have. But I would be more on the buying side, and I'm still not fully convinced on being bearish with price right at the moment. So we'll see what ends up happening there. But that's pretty much the analysis for today. So if you guys enjoyed the analysis, you know the drill. Leave a like on the stream. Would appreciate it. And yeah. Good morning, Harry. I've been off streams for a while and noticing now you only live trade on Tuesdays and Thursdays. How come? Yep, I'm not live trading daily on YouTube. I live trade on YouTube on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I'm live daily in the group still for London and NY. But on YouTube, we're doing Tuesday and Thursday. I wanted to change the environment, focus on you know, a little bit more serious trading with people where we can go a bit more in depth, and I like the dynamic. So I made that decision. I've streamed for over 1,000 days on YouTube. I've shown what I've had to show, prove what I've had to prove. So I felt it was, you know, to mix things up a bit. Will you be buying SpaceX? No, I think it's a bit overvalued in my opinion. 1.7 trillion. And plus, I don't think I can get allocation anyways. Yo, Harry, yesterday I had fun with that Nas trade Larry took. Oh, nice. I thought he wrote my name wrong. Yeah, overall been a decent week. Yesterday, NY session took a small W. Yeah, it's been overall not a bad week, to be honest. See how we can finish the week strong. First week of the month. Took a win in London as well. So yeah, just starting nice, slow and consistent. Do you know how to fill the IPO of SpaceX? What do you mean how to fill? Like how much they're IPOing for? I think $134. $1.7 trillion? Yeah. For a company that makes no money, well, a company supported by the government. It's literally like almost printing money from the government. It's messed up a bit. Meme stock. Bro, I don't know what's gonna happen. Do you trade before NYSE open or after? During and maybe after. How was May in the premium group? Can you tell some results? Yeah. One sec, my eyes itchy. Definitely, man. So in the exclusive group in May, results were very strong. We took 2 losses during the NY session and above 10 wins. London session results is also publicly journaled. We will be starting a group journal. So May results for London session was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 wins and 1 loss. So 8 wins, 1 loss during May. And then New York, we had 2 losses. 1 loss was a managed loss in the beginning of the month. And that's pretty much it, to be honest. Pretty clean month. We also started off this month good. We had on Monday, was it Monday, guys, or was it Tuesday? No, Tuesday. Tuesday we have three wins in a row. So we took a win in London, 2 wins in NY. So this month we're at a 3-0 basis. I'm at a 4-0 because yesterday we had win in NY as well. So 4 wins, 0 losses so far, 1 break even. DAX yesterday. That's it, man. That's the result so far. So going very strong. Hopefully we can continue this momentum and continue pushing. Me too took yesterday's trade. Nice. Could you post the NY trade yesterday in the Discord? Yeah, for sure. I was gonna do it today. If you want to see my NY trades, I either posted in Discord, Harry Trades. We are going to be making an NY journal. So I posted in Harry's Trades here, or I posted in the Telegram group. Both are in the description. Telegram group is just for me to post it, any updates, stuff like that. I can actually show you the replay of the trade. We can actually do that. I was featured yesterday on a stream. I normally stream in the private group, but yesterday, let me show you the trade. Yeah, this was the trade here. So we can watch it back. I'll tell you the idea. So we saw price here. I wanted to fill this range here. This was my plan yesterday, to fill this range. Price started to close down below daily resistance. We started to wick back up. I didn't like this top wick, wasn't big enough because we had all back-to-back 1-minute candles closing bearish. So I needed to see maybe price break the low, make a bigger top wick, which is what we got. So I waited for that detail. So look at that, breaks the low, now bigger top wick comes. That's what I'm explaining. We retest into where? Daily resistance. I start to like this. If we can reject, then I can take a sell. So I ended up placing a sell stop break of the low of where the original position would be. Just place the sell stop there, test daily resistance. If it flips, I get triggered. Looking for a quick scalp. This is on lower time frame technique. This is something that I have. So break the low here. Looking to drag stop loss. I want to be a quick break even. So that's why I have my finger on the trigger, just in case I need to move. So we started to push in profit. Gave it a chance to retest if it needs to. Next candle open, no top wick. So I move break even. We started to push nicely. Was looking for about 190, 200 bucks here based on this account I'm trading. So yeah, then I just let it do its thing. Was seeing if we can push past this 5. Worst case scenario, I get stopped out break even. And then got to like 195, I closed, and then that was it. That was the end of the trade. Token Q open trade resulted in B for me, push 70%. Yeah, valid B. There's a quant analysis. A few questions. Question, why didn't you like the lowest low? Why didn't you go lowest low? It's like a pip, just wondering. Because it already triggered in the position. So it both doesn't make a difference, to be honest. You know, once we tap daily, that's really what I want to see. There's a quant analysis on the IPO that shows the 3 main points. First point is daily average gain, 19%. Second, 3 years life S&P. Only 1-5 companies are listed on the 20 years. Others die or delisted. Interesting. So how does that result for, what is this relating to the IPO? Anyone stream lagging or your internet? Sometimes YouTube can do it. Just refresh the stream and it can do it. You're quiet about Pip Labs lately. You working on it? Bro, working on it is an understatement, man. Just wait. Trust me. We have a stable version now. People are using it. But we want to really come out with something very powerful. We can't wait to show you. But we just need to put our head down. Last time I talked about what we were going to do, all other companies copied. So I'm going to stop talking about what we're doing because we literally got copied exactly. So it's nuts. So now we're just going to finish and then talk about it. You know, I used to like to talk about stuff just so I could build some hype, all of that stuff, so people could hear about it, be engaged. But now it's not enough. What's your thoughts on funded accounts for gathering capital? Yeah, I like it, man. Did you add London to the win rate? Thanks, bro. I did it just now. Did they copy it before or after it was released? After it was released. About a month after we released it, then they copied. Applied for trade secret for intellectual property, and then how much does court fees cost, guys? Our product is super cheap. We don't make enough money. Already I've invested most of the money back into the company. Right now, Pip Labs non-profit company. Can be related this way. For the first day, expecting positive first day and then loss, euphoria. 5 day will be alive, still underperforming S&P. Not the best idea in buy and hold. Agreed. Agreed. So we see here gold rejecting, right? We talked about buys above this high. Now we're rejecting, right? They can just use Pip Labs themselves, then copy anyways. Yeah, I don't care. I'm always one step ahead if someone copies. But if I talk about something before it's done, if they have more money and can hire a team of 20 people, they can get it out before us. You see what I'm saying? So that's the difference. But once it's out, I don't care if someone copies because they're one step behind. Check NAS. Yeah, I have NAS on my other monitor, guys. Don't worry. Thanks for reminding though. I appreciate it. Still a little bit early here. Still a little bit early. I prefer, you know, Naz really likes this 11 o'clock Dubai time to be pushing. So that's why I'm just checking what we're doing with structures here. Let's see in 2 minutes how we close, because it doesn't close above, it's not going to count anyways. So I just want to see a close. Change your P4 on price, NAS price above price. Change your P4 on NAS above price. It's different on futures. We don't have the same here. Futures is like right here, this one. So I have it on my other monitor on the futures account. If that's the one you're talking about. I'm kind of trusting that one, but we can keep both. We can keep both. Massive SL on 15. Yeah, it is a big SL on 15. We also need to watch this one first here. Let's see where that is in relation to this 4. A little bit lower so we can watch. So since this is lower, put this here. I don't think it's going to close above here. 5 seconds. Oh, never mind. I changed what I said. Now, problem is stop loss here. It's not really worth it at the moment. We have a beautiful bottom wick coming. Smallest stop loss right now we can use is around 37 points. 37 points is massive move, guys. It's a massive move. My 4-hour chart completely different. Yeah, it's not your bad, bro. You're just reading your chart. It's good. Also, thing I don't like is on... yeah, I just don't know about this stop loss placement here. It's just not worth it, risk to reward, guys, here, you know? Small top wick on futures, yeah. I just, again, if we can make a deep bottom wick right now, maybe retest this, I can run stop loss below the bottom wick. You know? That would be an idea I have. Then I can get a better stop loss placement. But at the moment here, I want to try get a good stop loss placement. That's going to be key for me. So let's see if we can push a little bit deeper here. I'll be able to run current candle aggressive stop loss. And then, let's say we retest here, like 19 point stop loss. That makes a lot more sense. Mental break even by this previous, which is around the same wick, which is around the 50-minute structure on futures. So let's see how this retest forms. I'm liking it. It's coming down nicely. We want to see that. Grabbing liquidity potentially. Yeah, we retested on futures as well. Yeah, I'm quite satisfied with this bottom wick here. So if we do end up breaking this high here, I'll be looking for an entry, something like this. I'll be putting stop loss wherever this bottom wick ends. If it ends here, then I'm putting stop below this daily open price. I need something to protect me. So it'll be like a 19-point-ish stop loss. We'll see where to target. Make our mind up. But this is big enough retest for me. If price wants to flip from here, I'm confident that we should be able to get a push. If not, then that's it. So simple plan for me. Let's see what happens.
S&P 500 also be valid, hey?
Depends. We have to do a bit of testing, bro. S&P volume during London session. I haven't done any analysis on the volume on London session. NY, yeah. London, you need to run a bit of analysis, back test maybe. See how volume comes. I've actually never taken a trade on S&P in London. Barely in NY as well. So we have 5-minute candle closing bearish here. We could also argue for a 5-minute candle close above. But if we just base this on 15, should be good. Question is 5 minutes before the open, what am I gonna do? That's the real question. CFD, this previous 4 hour, I marked the previous 4 hour. That wick is quite far away. It's above 8 points away. 8, 9 points away. Oh, we flipped, so that's me in. All right. That was a very aggressive flip, that one. That's true. We have no bottom wick on 5 as well. That is very true, actually. I'm not at entry just yet to close break even. I don't like that there's no bottom wick on 5. But I can't. I'm not at entry for break even at the moment. I'm also not going to close just on a 5 because this is a 15-minute trade as well. One on top step on micros. Okay, CFD has a full nipple one as well. Getting some nice volume here now. Want to see us tap here first. Oh, big push there. That's where we can be mental break even at least. Nice. So I have like a rough stop loss mental break even. Big boy risk on this, risking 2k. See if we can get the 1-to-1. We're up about 900. Let's see what we can do here, if we can push a little bit. We have to see if we can, this is like the 5-minute bottom wick here as well. So I want to see this flip. We closed below the previous 4 on this. So this is where we have to watch. Yeah, we're rejecting that previous 4 at the moment. We just need some volume to push through it. We should be okay then. As soon as we break this high. If not, then we'll just be stopped at break even, unfortunately. We need a 1 minute to get above this previous 4. Hopefully we can push up before London Open. London Open should be able to give us the volume. That's a nice candle. Can we hold above this 4 hour? Come on. Give us the volume. When's a good new entry? No, the entry is done. You're in now. You're up in profits. Missed it, you missed it. That's it, done. We just don't like this previous 4 hour. Hopefully we can survive 1 minute. London gives us the volume before tapping me break even. Break a 4 hour high? No, this is a 4 hour resistance we're at. That's a 1-to-1 there. Hopefully we can survive for the London Open. Should give us some volume. 20 seconds. Let's go London Open. Give us volume. Bottom wick coming. Flip now. Flip. No. Can she flip? Okay. We just need the flip. I'm out break even there. So that tapped me break even. Yeah. Tap break even. Gave it a shot there. Was up 1.3k. Man, just needed 2k. Now I'm like, oh, I wish I took my 1.3k. Start of the new risk. But yeah, what to do there? If it won, you won't. I know. It would have been negative RR, but like 1.3k is good, huh? Big lot size on this. 100, what did I put? 110 lots. Bro, 110 lots is nuts. Right, so we still have 15-minute candle closing here. If this 5 can close bearish, next one above, we can get a London Open re-entry here. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happened on gold here. Gold ended up rejecting. Nothing closed above. DAX here as well broke out. DAX was nice, actually. A little bit difficult with entry. London Open gave the entry, but it's very hard to enter on London Open. You know, very hard to enter on London Open, so it's not really valid. I still have my buy stop on 15-minute. Yeah, it just depends on stop though. We could try re-entry on the 15 once this nice bottom wick is made, breaking these highs. Stop would have to be about 24 points though. And we need to watch this previous zone. I do like the way the 1 minute's rejecting. Yeah, maybe I try a little bit more aggressive. One more shot here, breaking these highs. Just want to see how close we are to that resistance. That next resistance is our problem. On futures, it's nice. We'll be breaking through it, which is good. But we're actually at it on futures. Yeah, we're at it at futures, so it's not valid. It's not valid. So I'm not going to do it because on futures, we're at that exact resistance. So I need to see a close above. It's 50-50. It could break the high and pop, but you're gambling on it breaking the high and giving you a pop. I need to see something closing above. I've been caught out many times, you know, where it's tapped the high, broken it, trigger me in, and then it starts to reverse again. But if we get a close above, it's different. Like if this candle can close above in a couple of seconds here and not liquidity grab and close back below, should be okay. But we'll see in 43 seconds. This will really tell us in 43 seconds. If this is just going to be liquidity grab and we reverse in the last 20 seconds. Let's see if this closes above here. I might be able to grab a quick entry. Never mind. Decides to give the pop here. Yeah, we needed this 5 to close an inch higher than we would have got above previous. Now we're just guessing. This is always 50-50 trade. But you can gamble the highs here, you know, if you like to be a bit of a more aggressive gambler style trader. What previous 4 hours? CFD previous 4 hour on futures previous 15 minute. Literally buying exactly where we reject. And don't forget, that has been the highs of the Asian session. That same spot landed us this massive pullback here. So buying at that same spot, that was where all the sellers came in. You're going against market theory. You're saying that I am smarter than what the market is showing me. Why? You have to have reasons why. Because if you were going to be a smart buyer, then at that point you would be buying from down here to play that theory, because now you have the liquidity grab from here. But that's the difference. We're in the session. That's why we want to push this one. That's why we went aggressive here to try see what happens at here. And that becomes our question mark. This might be a retest. I mean, there's a chance we can trade off this retest, trade back towards these highs. Let's see how this retest form. If we can get some rejection, 1 minute candle closes bullish, there's a chance here. If not, then this is going to be a rejection from that 15. We're going to see this come back in the range. If you're holding this previous trade, you're in trouble. So what do I do instead of FOMO? I wait for more confirmations. That's how I make money in this game. How you think it was worth taking 0.65R because of the London Open? No, London Open can give me more profit. If I'm going to risk 2K in a trade, this is the biggest mistake I see people make with higher risk. If there's a full valid reason to close at early, okay, fine. But if there's not a valid reason to close early, just because I was making more than I would make on my previous risk doesn't mean now that I should start closing early, because if I take a loss, I'm taking a full 2K loss. So even though I'm making now, like before I was risking like 1.5, I was halfway, a little bit above halfway to TP, I was up 1.4K. Just because I was up 1.4k doesn't mean, oh, that's how much I used to make, let me close, even though I'm not at full TP. No, the whole point of increasing risk means that now you have a new standard. So it's a common psychology issue, not issue, but I don't know what it's, you know, the best way to explain. But DAX went up hard. Yeah, DAX was good, but remember the open here is impossible to get in on the open, impossible. So I'm keeping an eye on Nasdaq. See, we're seeing if we can create some sort of supports here and if we want to continue up. Sometimes this 1 minute candle can just full send itself. So we'll see at 8 seconds, see if we can get a bottom wick and then take an aggressive trade. Depends how deep it closes. And if we close above. Alright, close below for me. Not valid. I must wait. I must wait. That is below. Rules are rules. And look what happens, right? We test that zone again, we reject. 4 more traders in. Losing. So we see if we get the next 1 minute above. But if you guys are paying attention, the next 1 minute is also the 5. You're gonna close like that, doesn't look good. We are buy based on higher time frame bullish pressure because technically bias is bearish. Yeah, you have to read the market analysis, right? That's the same drill we do all the time, reading market analysis. So if you look at the analysis, it's gonna lead you into that, right? Remember the webinar we did on Sunday? We explained about Nasdaq higher time frame. If you haven't watched the webinars, do it. Make it a routine to just watch the webinars. We speak about the analysis. That analysis plays on during the week because of what we know fundamentally, technically, all of that stuff. So on days like this, we can use this to our advantage and be like, yeah, okay, if you were to have my indicator, it says bearish bias, right? But that's because previous daily closed bearish, yes. 4-hour time frame, closed bearish, but what type of 4-hour candle is this? We'll discuss this after the stream. Alright, so 5-minute candle closed engulfing bearish here, giving us structure. So we can play above this structure. That doesn't mean that it's game over. We just need price to prove to us it wants to go up. What's nice about this is eventually we're going to get a 15-minute candle closing above this zone that we've had headache with. So it actually becomes a better trade if we can see this bullish pressure come in. 15 can close bullish. 5-minute time frame can give us a bullish close above. Then we can look for some continuation. If we start to reject now, we start to fail. What about the 4-hour above? That becomes our target on futures, I'm guessing you're saying. Because this shouldn't be a massive stop. This should be something like 20.17, even better. I thought it was around 20. So yeah, it's not, we don't need a monstrous move to get paid, right? You're looking like at a decent sized candle indeed, but nothing too crazy. Nas doesn't have massive volume? Yeah, because it's struggling at a resistance. It seems not a trade day. I'm gonna shut down. Yeah, if you want to make that decision, I respect it, bro. I don't think it's not a trade day in my strategy. We have taken trades already today. It's just gonna be, do we get a second setup now? Does price want to continue? Are we gonna reject these highs? It's like that. But I respect the discipline. Very good. Very, very, very good. I'll try DAX 5-minute S3. Let me look quickly before this candle closes. Yeah, that's pretty big push here. You're going to need some great volume here, man. Watch this previous 15. Watch this previous 15. You're going to need some heavy volume. This is full volume based. So don't be marrying the trade too much. For me, Nasdaq still has more room to go. So I want to see if we can get the Nasdaq close above and then break of high. Let's see, last 10 seconds here. Yeah, so we close below. This is why we wait for confirmations, right? Gold, break below confirmation sells. What's your bias on gold? What's your plan? Break below what? It's just random. No plan. Break below what? Sell to where? $4,490 on futures. Let me see, $4,490. So you break below here and you sell to what? This 15? This is enough range for you? 10 pips? What's the pattern been from the morning? Have we been making higher lows, higher highs, or lower lows, lower highs? Check the pattern. Low, higher low, higher low, higher low, question mark. Every time we've made a new high, new high, new high, new high. Look at the 1 hour, no breaks of structure. Where are you selling again? Right at 1 hour support. Random trading. No planning, no thought process. Just, oh, price below, sell. Lose. Right? Don't enter a position, analyze first.
Well, go on, Harry.
Yo, brother.
That was good.
Good, good. Yourself?
Chilling. Same shit. When you have time, can you please review my Asian trade?
Yeah, for sure. We'll do it after stream. We'll do it after stream. If I forget, to remind me.
A veces.
The idea of the seal. Nice, bro. Man's turned into YouTube chat. Is crazy on 1 minute based on 5-minute high time frame rejecting. Yeah, it's a little bit crazy, bro. It's a little bit crazy to sell Nas right now. Definitely. Definitely. You're selling like that's like full kamikaze, bro. That's literally a higher low. Like you didn't have any breaks of structure on 1 minute. So what? What if the next candle closed bullish, you get continuation? You're looking at a 1 minute. This is not a 15-minute rejection, right? Don't get lost in the source, right? Focus too much on lower time frame and then you get lost. Use it as a tool, not as a 100% fact. Long term, you get cooked on this. Because then you turn into a trader who's that trader that I used to be and lose so much money, right? Which is, if my buys are not working, I jump to sells. If the sells are not working, I jump to buys. And then I just lose on both. I lose on the buys, I lose on the sells. And then there's days that keep me going like this. It would have worked, right? You would have got paid. But guess what happens? This is my hope. This gives me that injection of hope that, I'm okay. I know what I'm doing. And I do it again. And then the next time I do it again, I lose. I say, oh, it's okay. It's just a losing trade. And I do it again. And then I lose again. Then I revenge trade. And then boom, 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 boom. Just cascading, rubbish. Yeah, we see gold bouncing from these lows here. This is why it's not ideal to sell from this zone. Let's see what DAX still pushing here. DAX moving like a horse today. 5-minute time frames, no bottom wicks. See how it looks on CFDs. Not very comfortable buying at these highs here. So what point on NAS would you think sells are valid? Probably at least breaking some 5-minute structure to begin with. 15-minute candle at least close back inside the range. Something like that, whichever you get first. I'd need that type of confirmations. Hit the like button, is for free. Yes, sir. Thanks for advice on gold. All good. Yeah, wouldn't have ended nicely. But it's simple. I don't need to advise you on this. You just need to look. That's it. It's there. The clues are there. So instead of rushing to make a trade, trades are not going to pay you if you're taking bad trades. And that's the honest fact that people just can't get in their head. They think, I see something, let me take a trade. They don't remember that this is something that can make you lose. So Harry, you perceive that an early entry with a B first resistance with a possibility of re-entry if another close above has more value than waiting for a close and having chance of losing? Yes, exactly. Exactly. Like waiting for the confirmation, I noticed your position had more value than mine. Yeah, because you don't need anything extra here. The minute you get a beautiful bottom wick like that, testing daily open, this yellow line here is daily open. We should get the volume push. But if today doesn't want to continue up, you can see the result of me analyzing volume means that today just didn't want to continue up, which is going down now. It plays into Tony's idea saying, hey, today doesn't want to go up. The only thing I don't like is he's basing it off 1 minute. It's very scary to base it only on 1 minute. And we're still above previous 4. Like maybe this 1 minute candle is going to be a better thought process. At least we get below previous 4, retest it, or this same line is going to be previous 15 on futures. It's the same concept though. DAX was a nice trade at the open, but there's just no chance you can enter because this is an open candle. If you watch how this open candle is, too fast. Hi, would you had SL on the 5 minute or I took it on 5? Let's see this SL. Bro, I'd just be break even as fast as possible. This type of trade is full aggressive. But yeah, that's the stop loss you'd put on this, That would be the stop loss you put. To be honest, you had nice 1 minute structure. That really helped. I'm done this morning. You're there in NY and you? I'm there in NY, yeah. If you want to host the screen, you can. How's the Porsche racing still? Too hot now. Now the season's done. But it's good. And yours? I know you're not racing, but you still got it? Three weeks? Oh no, what happened? Lift system issue? The nose lift? You sent it to Porsche? Or another garage? Warranty 27? Cool. Send me, I'll get your car checked up for you, man. I know all the guys there. The head of the whole Porsche center, so I'll see what's going on. The only thing is if they have to wait for parts, unfortunately there's nothing you can do. I needed just a small oil seal. Yeah, that's the problem. They don't keep parts. I had an oil seal. I had to wait 1 month for the oil seal. I couldn't drive my car for 4 weeks. It happened to me. Stupid oil seal. Tiny one, but what can you do? At least you don't pay, you know? Saves a lot of money. I just hit overall loss limit on my Top Step account, but I can still place trades. I'm confused. Zane, brother, I've seen you on this stream for over 3 months, and you keep asking about funded accounts. And now you buy one without getting education, and then you blow it. You just hit loss limit, bro. Like, come on. Let's see what happened to Asthmatek, move it around. Damn. I got injured on the sim rig. Since you mentioned it, man, there's a guy flying F15, F1 NASCAR on something called multifunction sim, something like that. Was insane. What do you mean? Oh, intrigued on sim rig. Oh, sorry, I thought injured. Man, I'm going silly, bro. My bad. Take care, brother. Take care. Yeah, now we're gonna get everyone on sim rigs, huh? Alright, I'm not really seeing too much right now. I'm gonna hop off. Appreciate you guys showing up on YouTube. Make sure to leave a like before you leave. Remember, we're gonna catch you guys every single Tuesday and Thursday. Be sure to show up. And yeah, much love, guys. Take care. And hopefully catch you guys very soon. Peace. See you.